Now, a couple of days ago, when the whole Gamescom thing was going on, we got some new footage of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and this time they're walking through a quaint little village, which looks absolutely stunning, in my opinion.
It's gorgeous. So gorgeous. And you can see a lot of people complain about the ground textures before. The ground textures are better.
But yeah, in general, this new footage does look really, really good and has me quite excited because even when you look at the footage and she's walking through the village, you can see people interacting with each other in very natural ways. You can see other objectives that you would encounter later on in the distance in the world, like that little mansion that you see further into the distance when she walks up the mountain where you see the Wooloo and the older guy and like the kids and everything.
Yeah.
You see a little mansion in the distance, what it looks like a mansion to me. That already adds a whole lot to it because you can see the next objective and other things in the world that are to come.
I'm really looking forward to it. It looks so much more lively. Like, it actually really seems like people are interacting with each other. It seems like people aren't just standing there being like, I'm waiting for you to talk to me. I have nothing to say. I'm really looking forward to this. The world looks huge. The world, like, there's so many subtle details in the game. You can pet the Wooloo.
When you just walk into the village, the only thing that matters is to pet Wooloo. Everything else, who cares? A little bit ago, they announced other Pokemons as well, like the Galarian Weezing, which looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. But I have to say, like the new look that Weezing got with it, with this new game, it does fit with Weezing. It fits with its facial expression, I would say.
It fits with the entire theme, to be honest.
That's for sure. It 100% fits with like the UK theme. And you can already see this in the entire village as well.
I mean, we talked a little bit about this before that, and you talked about, like, for example, the train station. And yeah, when I look at it, it really resembles the train stations I've seen in the UK.
Even when you look at the village, there are a lot of small details that just scream UK. For example, how they do the roofing, the fact that there are a bunch of sheep all over the place. You would think, why are sheep a UK thing? Well, sheep meat is a gigantic export of the UK. The look of Galarian Weezing just screams UK.
Yes.
The villain group is like based on old punkers. So they pulled it off really well, I would say. When you look at the villain team, you can see that they're kind of based off punkers from back in the day. And also soccer supporters.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because face paint, I mean, it is a thing among people like soccer fans, hardcore soccer fans. I'm not saying every soccer fan paints his face. I think that is also based on the UK, on like a UK team or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I read something about that. There is something about the UK there as well.
Could 100% be the case. I'm not sure about it, but it wouldn't surprise me. And if we have to look at the game in a more critical way, then there are a couple of little nitpicks. At the beginning, she enters the village. She goes to the right, and there she talks to the old lady. When you look up the mountain hill, you can see that a lot of the NPCs up there aren't loaded in yet. So the render distance isn't necessarily the best out there. However, that's a very minor nitpick, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if we were talking about criticism based on this footage, there are a couple of things that bother me. Like, really just a few things, but I really hope they work on that. For example, you have this close-up scene with this old lady who talks about the Galar region, about the Dynamax phenomenon. You can see the frame rate dip in there. The frame rate's like, yo, I can't handle this. I'm gonna down to like 15. This is something that bothers me, but there is something that bothers me even more. It's the laughing animation. It's way too long. Like, you see this shepherd here. He's looking towards you as you approach him. You pet the Wooloo and he starts laughing and he doesn't stop laughing. And his animation is the same all the time, except for his face. His face is like, it tries to be nice. I don't even know what to say. The way his eyes look at you and the way he's laughing and he doesn't stop laughing, it goes from like, I am enjoying the situation to, I'm getting really creepy right now. It's probably because of this of this sudden switch from his talking animation to his laughing animation. Like, everything about this laughing animation looks stiff to me, except for his face. And it also can't be unseen for everyone who I just said that to.
The only problems we really see with this footage are some minor nitpicky things, really. If you just think about the drama that happened like a couple of weeks ago with a freaking tree, our criticisms are way more valid than that ever was, because people just, oh, this tree looks like Ocarina of Time. Like,
let's just disregard the fact that they could replace that in less than 2 minutes. Looking at the trees now, there was a almost close-up of a tree here. You can see that it's actually hand-painted.
For example, if you look at one of the later scenes, near the end of the video, almost walking down the stairs there out of the village, and you can see on the right-hand side a couple of trees, and those already look way, way better than the one that was criticized in the earlier footage. In general, this new footage looks quite good, and Ricky is 100% gonna buy the game.
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely gonna buy it. There is no question. I saw it the first time. The first time I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna pick up the old Pokemon games, because the last time I played a Pokemon game casually was 16 years ago. I now picked up Alpha Sapphire again, and I'm gonna pick up on like X as well, and maybe the ones in between, just so I can have the full Sword and Shield experience.
I've been out of Pokemon for quite a while now, and I tried to get back in with Sun and Moon, which was a terrible mistake because I absolutely despise Sun and Moon. However, this is getting me excited again, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
I mean, it's releasing in 3 months.
Exciting, everyone. Woo!
I'm looking forward to it. Like, seriously, I'm looking forward to it.